Hey there folks, back at you with another video on the series of 6.0 to 7.3 swap. So here we go. We just got done with all the wiring. If you haven't seen the video, link below on the videos on that we already did on this swap. So for the engine bay transmission, rear end, tail lights and all that, I've got the wiring harness all swapped out. So we're basically ready to go. I'm going to drop, we're getting ready to drop the transmission in there, the engine and transmission. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot and don't cost nothing. Let's get past the intro. Let's get into this. All right, well, we're going to get ready to throw the 7.3 where the 6.0 used to sit. So I'm waiting on my crew to show up, my two boys. They're going to give me a hand. So in the meantime, I've been making preparations. Got the starter cable all installed, so all that is ready to go. Took the turbo off, and then I did take the the AC compressor off, and make me a little hook right here so I can lift the engine here in the front with this one here and that one right there. So getting ready to set up the engine hoist, get that all ready to go right here. So let's get this puppy into place and let's see if we can get that stuff up in the air. So here we go. All right, we're getting ready. So grab your popcorn and sodas. We're gonna time lapse this thing and dropping her in there. So here we go. Hold on. All right, we got her in. Everything is clear and good. Sits just perfect. Right there. And right there. That was a little bit of a squeeze, but with that floor jack there in the back, I mean, it's amazing how much room you can create by just lifting the back end back up a little bit at the time. So, yeah. Could have done it without my crew here. Look at that. All right, boys and girls, what do you say?
She's in.
She's in, that's right, Noah.
She's in.
All right. Hang in there. We'll be right back. Ooh, doggy. Will you? There you go. Stay put. All right, everything fits pretty good. I got the oil coolers in. I got this side basically all buttoned up. This is the wire that comes across the radiator here, and then toward the other side for the other battery. Got that all figured out. I installed new fuel lines here. I had to bend them up a little bit to make it all fit right here. And then that bracket right there that holds the lines was sitting over there first in that hole, so I had to move that over a little bit because the 6.0 hoses are quite a bit shorter than the 7.3. So I bent these lines up a little bit right here, and then I moved that bracket over and bent those lines down there a little bit right there. Now I cut that hole out right there, and 6.0 is right here like this, and 7.3 needs to be like this, because the three big square plugs, I got them right there bungee corded out of the way because I was cutting there. Right here, that's the outer frame of that. Basically sits right on, this is the wrong side right here, that's for the inside. So that's basically the firewall. I cut that out of the 7.3. So basically those plugs clip right into here, and then this clips right on there. So what I'm gonna do is this right here, I'm gonna shove that up in there like so, and then there you go. Now you got an idea of how it's supposed to look like. And we'll tack weld that in place like that, and then we can run the regular 3 square plugs. And then what I did, come here you. And then what I did is I cut it off like right here and right there. So there's a grommet sitting right there, that little round one right there, and then you got that big square plug right there, or rectangular. So that rectangular plug sits right here, and then that grommet sits right here. So they gave me 2 reference points just to make sure everything is going to be in place. So we're going to clean that up a little bit. We're going to cut that rubber out of the way, or the matting, and then we'll tack weld this in place. I'm not going to fully weld it, but put some 1-inch welds in there, caulk the rest up, and then that should hold the plugs. So yeah, I got the cross member in for the transmission, got the transmission completely hooked up, wiring in the rear is all hooked up. The only thing I have to do is get drive shafts and stuff like that, but that's it. So I'm gonna finish this up right here, and then yeah, we can put some fluids in all this. And then I took that off because of the fuel lines, and that gives me some more room to work in there, because the power steering pump, so it's basically right there, will be tremendously in my way. So that's where that right there. So I had to be there anyway. So, and then yeah, so let me finish this up, let me get that in place and whatnot, and then we'll bring you guys back. So here we go. Whoa, what's that? Ooh. What do you think? It's starting to look like a truck again, don't it? Well, got some interesting facts here. These are your 6.0 radiator mounts. They're supposed to sit like that. Look at that. They're flatter. Oh, give me 1 second here. We don't need that. Nor that. That can get out of here. Whoa! Got them cut off, cleaned up. But yeah. Look at the difference between these two. That's quite a bit. See that? So, and I use the 7.3 fan shroud and the 7.3 radiator. I could use the 6.0, but the biggest problem is this. The 6.0 doesn't have, I can't really show you. Right here with the 7.3 on the bottom, you got one giant nipple and then a smaller one that's sitting right next to it. The smaller one is needed for the degas bottle. The 6.0 only has this big one here and the big one up here. Other than that, you know, that is the biggest difference. And the 7.3 or the 6.0 one is a little taller than the 7.3. So I got these cleaned off. So I'm going to splash a little bit of paint on there, screw it in place, and then I'll show you here on the inside what we got accomplished there. Better don't forget my knee pad. Save your knees, boys and girls. So I got the other piece cut out, and I've got the new piece welded in. I tack welded on the inside. Came out really, really nice. Splashed a little paint on there, and you see that plug sitting right there. There's 3 of them that's going to sit in that bracket. That came out of the 7.3. So I welded that in here on the 6.0. And then we can do the wiring for there, from there, for the dashboard. So yeah. All right. Got a couple more things to do here, and then we're basically going to have this thing buttoned up. So on this end of it here. So all right. I'll be right back. All right, quick side note here. Interesting stuff. Figured I could use the 6.0 intercooler because first of all, it's bigger, it's newer, so I figured I'd use that. Yeah, well, no. Look, you're short. Oh, sorry. See that? About 1 inch short of pipe. Same thing here. It don't really want to fit. So, and that's the 7.3. So let me wash that one off and I'll show you the difference. I'll be right back. All right, and this is the 7.3 one. Look at that. Fits perfectly now. This thing, the 7.3 one, for whatever reason, it's about 1 inch longer, and that's exactly what you needed to make it all work. So if you ever get into a swap like this, you got to use the 7.3 intercooler. It looks identical. When you lay it on the floor, it looks basically identical. You know, the 7.3 one might be like a 1/4 inch taller, but just the way it sits, this is higher. I don't know. And then because it sits right here in that saddle in the frame, it just sits forward just a smidge more. And it just makes all the difference. So, yeah. Quick side note, we keep plugging away on this, and hang in there. All right, we've got all the cooler lines hooked up now. So, engine coolant, transmission cooler, power steering cooler, AC. We got all the fluids in there now. So we got coolant, engine oil, power steering oil, transmission oil, transfer case oil. We got that all done. And the only thing I have to do yet is get me a Napa 6637 filter for there. And yeah, this thing is basically wrapped up. Look at that. Starting to look like a truck again, huh? So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cut the video off. Next segment will be in the cab. It's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna rip the whole dash out and put the 7.3 dash with wiring all in there. So it's gonna be a job for sure. So anyway, stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this series. So here we go. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot and don't cost nothing. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out. Man, clean up your crap.